On the news tonight, SEMA wants riverine communities to prepare for evacuation ahead of intense flooding. State government inaugurates waste management committee. Colleges of Education lecturers COASU suspend strike. Hong Kong suffers biggest population drop as exodus accelerates. Before the news in detail, here's a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome to the news. My name is Chidima Oranwa. State Emergency Management Agency SEMA week-long sensitization of riverine communities in Anambra on the need to prepare for evacuation ahead of this year's flooding, as predicted by Nigeria Meteorological Agency, has ended with Idemili South and Awka North local government areas. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo tells us more.
The sensitization was a moment when the officials of Nigeria Emergency Management Agency NEMA and State Emergency Management Agency SEMA reminded occupants of flood-prone areas in the state of the need to strictly adhere to government directives during the predicted flooding in order to be safe. Speaking to the people, the Executive Secretary, SEMA, Chief Paul Odenibo, represented by Mr. Emeka Ezenwa, told them to be alert and to be ready to relocate to holding centers already prepared for victims of the foreseen flood disaster in the state, stressing the need for them to value their lives beyond any other thing. Chief Odenibo explained that the state governments and SEMA are prepared to take appropriate actions towards ensuring the safety and well-being of displaced persons at the holding centers during the flooding. He further discouraged them from subscribing to practices that could cause flooding, such as building on waterways, dumping of refuse inside drainages, among others.
All we are trying to do is to alert them, to sensitize them that they will experience flood this year, and there's every need for them to save their lives by getting their properties ready, clothing, medicines, and all they will need when they hold the centers during the flood season, so that they don't lose their lives. Because what we are trying to do is to save life first.
Responding, the Transition Committee Chairman of Idemili South Local Government Area, Lady Amaka Obi, thanked SEMA for the visit, promising to make sure that the people are well informed on the impending disaster. Lady Obi expressed hope that the state government and the agency will give victims of the disaster all necessary assistance during and after the outbreak.
I'm prepared with my executive or ESCO members because we are here to serve. We are not here to lead. We are here to serve our people. And my working governor is very, very interested in anything pertaining cleaning of environments, especially paving ways for the flooding to pass. So I'm ready to work, and I'm ready to give him the test needed for Anambra to succeed.
According to the Nigerian Meteorological Agency's prediction, the people should be expecting deluge of flood from end of this month to September 2022.
The Independent Career Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, has sought for partnership with the Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS, to enable the Commission drive the message of anti-corruption to the grassroots level. The Anambra State Resident Anti-Corruption Commissioner of the Commission, Mr. Godwin Oche, sought for the collaboration when he paid a courtesy visit to the Managing Director of ABS, Chido Obidiego, in his office. Correspondent Emmanuel Chibota completes the report.
Said the visit was to identify with the establishment, sensitize the populace, and to seek partnership to ensure that corruption is well tackled in the state. He disclosed that in the desire to drive the operation of ICPC closer to the grassroots, the board decided to open an office in Anambra to serve the people. While extolling ABS for its wide audience and global reach, Mr. Oshe said that ICPC is determined to educate and enlighten the people to make sure people stay out of corruption.
The law allows us to set up units called Anti-Corruption and Transparency Units in all MDAs as much as possible. which will comprise of your staff, selected on the basis of their personal integrity, that will be our eyes and ears in the organization.
Our own staff?
Yes.
Okay.
They will monitor and ensure that integrity pervades the work environment. They will liaise with us periodically, and we will be interacting with them as well. If a staff member has any complaints that borders on integrity or corruption, they can handle it at the preliminary stage. If it gets to the point that we should be aware of, they get in touch with us, and we can step in using different approaches.
Responding, Sashido said the establishment is ever ready to collaborate with them in order to achieve Governor Soludo's vision of a smart and prosperous homeland by fighting corruption to the barest minimum.
We will collaborate with you, to a very, very large extent, especially at a time like this where we have a governor who has a big dream, which we are gradually, beginning to realize. That is the dream of building a livable, prosperous, smart, clean, green, and secure homeland. And for us to achieve that, we need to also ensure that people don't get involved, into corrupt practices. So you're going to be partnering with us in achieving that dream that Mr. Governor Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo, has for Anambra State. And I can assure you that the partnership would be a partnership that will benefit us, symbiotically.
Part of the visit were the senior leaders in the commission, including Mr. Nobu Nwodo, Chukwuma Nzebunashi, and Samson Sani. Presentation of instructional, educational, and informational materials to the managing director featured at the event.
Local Government Waste Management Committee for Anambra Central has been inaugurated. The inauguration Norwegian was conducted by the Chairman, Governing Board of ASWAMA, Dr. Ima Ezenwaji, took place at the Government House, Oka. Queen Aniwogo completes the story.
We are members of the Governing Board of ASWAMA, Transition Committee Chairman for Anambra Central Senatorial District, Environmental Health Officers, a representative of the Nigerian Police, among others. In his remarks during the event, the Chairman, Governing Board of ASWAMA, Dr. Ezenwaji, read out the terms and conditions of the committee to include taking charge of waste management in their domains, grassroots sensitization, and ensuring that contractors in charge of waste disposals in their areas do not slack in their jobs.
Nobody, you get me not? Nobody should be allowed to trade on top of the drain. It must be before the drain. So, put a task force, remove them from that place. And anybody that has the drain in front of him filled up, then sanction him.
We promised the governor that we will take waste management to the communities, the wards and the communities. And our mayors will hold you in high esteem. Just like I was telling my brother from Oka North, that Oka North, with all the land they have there, must have a dumping site.
All this while, still refuse are scattered all over the place. It's not easy, but all human beings get near for this or them. I urge you, I plead with you, in the name of God. Because you are nearer than it is. Take charge.
I think a strong relationship between how clean our environment today. Now the number of deaths we see around us, the number of people that die around our environment, the number of people that go to hospital to be treated of one infection or the other. And so if we all contribute our best
in making sure that the environment is clean, everybody will be healthier and will be better for it. And when you're healthier, you're able to produce. The productive capacity of the society will increase.
Responding on behalf of the newly inaugurated committee, the TC chairman of Njikoka and Oka South Council areas, Mr. Clems Agui and Mr. Thank God Anago, appreciated the board for the charge given to them and promised that they will work to the best of their abilities to ensure that Governor Chukwuma Soludo's vision of clean, livable and prosperous Anambra State is achieved. Others who spoke during the event include a member of the board, Chief Emeka Agasili, a community-based organization member, Dr. Dennis Ekemezie, Mr. Chris Azo, among others. The official inauguration of the committee formed the high point of the occasion. Queen Anebogu, ABS News.
Ekorka Market in Oka South local government area of Anambra State for several years has been known as the headquarters of traffic jam in the state. Queen Anebogu has details of this report.
Going to the market for any reason used to be a nightmare, better imagined than experienced, because of the ways traders leave their shops displaying their wares on the road, and tricycles, shuttle buses and other vehicles picking up and dropping their passengers indiscriminately for lack of designated motor parks for such activities. But months after taking up the mantle of leadership as the governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo gave a directive through the Ministry of Trade, Commerce and Industry for the conduction of markets in the state, of which Ekorka Market is among. For the past 2 weeks now, anyone passing through the market will testify of the impact of that directive on Ekorka Market, as there is now a free flow of traffic. Traders no longer display their goods on the roads, and there are also parks for vehicles. On daily basis, operatives of Ocha Brigade, Blue Shield Security Outfit, APMA and Ekorka Market Task Force are seen enforcing orderliness in the market. Some people who spoke with the ABS, Brother Joseph Iboka, Mr. Silvanus Emeka, Mrs. Ugochukwu Okeke and Ms. Oluchukwu Nweke expressed their delight at the new look of the market. They also mentioned some areas that need improvement.
1,500 I can walk for registration. Now I'm going to register. Then come here. I'm register. I get the one na the gotcha. I want to make clean up every second Thursday of the month. And I get up reach it. I when I shop name it sha. And when boy I wabia for the better shop na liar and na zufta na ele. Ma aya we poche na get the one na poche le poche sanya. Ode mana so onye nwekwa ike ka arụ ike maka asị na ebe adewa obodo ọcha enwe ezigbo arụ ike gọvanọ anyị na-atụrụ anyị
ụdọpụ na-akali n'ụzọ ibia ebe ma nga nwezi ụkwụ sef adị aganwu ma abụkwadele moto mana kịta everywhere dị lomie freely moto keke na-aga freely ụkwụ na-agakwu so I like him itu Ekorka dị kịta.
For the Chief of Staff to the Chairman of the market, Sir Charles Anerobi, the secret behind the new scenes at the market is Governor Soludo's directive that prompted the market leadership to bring in some level of ventilation to the market. He also suggested that if government will ask the enforcement agencies to stay up to 7 p.m. every day, the free flow of traffic will be maintained.
Those petty traders trading along the road, they are the people causing the traffic jam. Now, there is a directive that governors have given last 2 weeks that all those petty traders along the road, there will be no more street trading anymore. So we shift them inside the market. So let there be traffic flow.
Queen Anebogu, ABS News.
Still to come on the news tonight, the Colleges of Education lecturers COESU suspend strike. Hong Kong suffers biggest population drop as exodus accelerates. Here's a special message. The Anambra cannot allow criminal elements to hold the state and the people to ransom. Donate generously to the Anambra State Security Trust Fund, which has been set up to raise money for combating insecurity in the state. The news returns after this time out. Please join us again.
Traveling? You deserve the absolute best. Enjoy maximum comfort in our new buses with more legroom, reclinable seats, onboard entertainment, and much more. Pick your preferred seat. Choose your preferred schedule. Travel on your terms. Ready for a premium ride driven by the best captains out there? Book now.
Glad to have you back for the rest of the news. The Colleges of Education Academic Staff Union COESU lecturers have suspended their ongoing strike for a period of 60 days. The suspension is contained in a status signed by COESU President Dr. Smart Olugbeko and Dr. Ahmed Bazar, General Secretary of the Union, on Friday in Abuja. The union said the suspension followed enormous progress made at the ongoing renegotiation with the federal government. Olugbeko said the decision to suspend the strike was taken at the end of its National Executive Council meeting held in Abuja to reassess the status of issues leading to the 3-week rollover of the national strike. According to him, as evident in the enormous progress made at the ongoing renegotiation and the appreciable level of progress made towards the amendment of the Colleges of Education Establishment Act, which is paramount for the development of the core system. NEC resolved that the nationwide strike that started on June 10 be suspended for a cool-off period of 60 days. And on the foreign scene, Hong Kong has recorded its sharpest annual drop in population, with experts blaming the decline on strict COVID-19 control measures and a political crackdown that have taken the shine of a financial hub long advertised as Asia's world city. The city's total population fell from 7.41 million people to 7.29 million, a 1.6% decrease. The Census and Statistics Department said on Thursday. That's the steepest decline since the government began tracking figures in 1961. Though authorities attributed some of that to a natural decrease, more deaths than births. Experts said the figures also reflected an exodus that has accelerated in the past few years amid periods of massive social upheaval that have included anti-government protests and the coronavirus pandemic. Around 113,200 residents left Hong Kong over the past year, the department said, compared to 89,200 the year before. The figures include expatriates and other non-permanent residents. Over now to sports. Nigeria's under-20 national women's football team Falconets defeated France 1-0 on their opening game of the ongoing FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in Costa Rica on Friday at Estadio Nacional de Costa Rica San Jose. The report said that Nigerian women playing in Group C began their opening match with their French counterparts, but after barely 32 minutes after the first half, the match was suspended due to heavy rainfall. Center referee halted the match to save both teams from the bad weather. On resumption, both teams continued from where they stopped, with the Falconets showing supremacy in the game. They detected the pace of the match from the start and had the majority of ball possession with 52% as against France with 42%. While both teams shot on goal against each other were tried, they also had one yellow card each. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Orca. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points again. SEMA has warned the riverine communities to prepare for evacuation ahead of intense flooding. State government has inaugurated Waste Management Committee. Colleges of Education lecturers has suspended strike. And on the foreign scene, we also told you that Hong Kong is suffering biggest population drop as exodus accelerates. Here's a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news tonight. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Good night.